So today's session is going to be to use the clip tools. So these are custom tools that allow us to manipulate the clipping planes in AutoCAD more easily. They work similar to our section cutting tool, but are more capable of flipping through the drawing at a greater rapidity. This is the toolbar here that we're going to be discussing. You'll notice it doesn't dock quite the same as the others because it's not really a toolbar, it's a dialog box. But it's made to look like a toolbar to make it easier to identify. So in this drawing, I've taken my drawing and I've sectioned it into 3 different viewports. So here I've got an isometric view looking at an oblique angle. This one I'm looking at a cut section. So this is the first one right here. So I'm looking at this section, cut, with some drill holes and some drift information. It's also a fairly thick cut. This isn't a thin one, so this one is cut to 50, in this case 50 feet thick. It could be 50 meters, it could be 25 meters, whatever the user sets. This one here, I've got a top view looking straight down. So what I want to do is just quickly show how you can use the clipping tools to step through your drawings, through your sections. So I've got a section here. You see I can draw on it. It's a plane. So I'm just drawing my shape here. Okay, so there's my shape. You can see over on this plane that I drew it. Now what I want to do is I want to step through these sections quickly. So I know the sections are 50 units apart, in this case 50 feet. So what I want to do is set my value down in a position increment and set that to 50. So I set it to 50 and I hit the lightning bolt. What that does is whenever I use these 2 arrows here, it will step forward or backward from the screen in the view I'm in by the unit that was set in this position increment, in this case 50. So if I want to move, right now I'm looking from left to right here, so I'm looking straight down. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm looking into the screen this way. So if I come over here, if I want to look at section 2, I want to move the clips away from me. So move clips away. So I want to look at section 2, I just hit move clips away, and you see here is section 2 defined. If I draw a P-line, you can see my defined section here. Okay, so now I'm just going to step through section 3. You see there's section 3, and you can see I color code them so I can more easily recognize what I'm drawing or which section I'm on. And I want to go to section 4. There's section 4. You can see my drill holes defined here in the section, as well as some drift information and the line representing the center of that grid. Right? So that's what these will do for you. They'll allow you to step into and out of your clip, moving forward and backward. If you open this up, it'll show me exactly what the clip thickness is. I can adjust the clip thickness. I can go, let's make it, decrease it. So now I'm set to 48 units by hitting this arrow. So now I've gone to 46. So it's going 2 units at a time. Where that's defined is down here, clip increment. So this is front and back. So by setting this to 1, whenever I hit this button, then it will move it by 2 increments, front 1, back 1. If I want it to go half, I go 0.5, hit the lightning bolts. Now I hit my step. You see now 43, 42, 41. I can also physically type in here. I just wanted to go 1, and it's going to go to 1 unit. So 2 total, front 1, back 1. If I want to have 1 meter or 1 unit, I click on that, and you'll see the bottom changes at the same time as the top because I'm set to equal clips. Equal clips mean that the front and the back stay exactly the same distance apart from the center point. So my center point is this line, and I'm now half a meter in back of it and half a meter in front of it. You can see just a little piece of my drift showing through. The reason why it shows as a dashed line is because I'm just seeing a little piece of it. It doesn't actually close it. This is a clip, a quick clip. I'm not physically cutting the sections. Okay, so I'm just going to minimize this. And that's these 4 buttons here are for manipulating your viewport. So when you have a clip defined here, I can now step through it. And you can see by stepping toward it, I still maintain the 50, but it remembered my clip width. It kept it the same. It also stayed centered on the viewport. It never zoomed in or out or anything like that. It stayed roughly where I was at. See, even if I zoom into a corner here and say step, so it will remember the view in which I was set.